Let's see the next instruction, that is XRL register. So as you know that in the instruction the first part is opcode. So opcode is XRL and the remaining part is operand, that is register. After that, this instruction contains no data. It means this instruction is of only one byte. Machine cycle we are going to see a bit later. Let's first see the meaning of this instruction, XRA register. XRA register means perform logical XOR operation between the content of register and the accumulator. Perform logical XOR operation between the content of register and accumulator, and answer will be stored in the accumulator. So let's see one example. Suppose the instruction that we are going to see is XRAC. So XRAC means the XOR operation will be performed between the content of C register and accumulator, and answer will be stored in the accumulator. Before the execution, you can see that A and C registers contain some data. A contains 32H, it means in hexadecimal, and C contains 42H. I have also represented these two numbers into binary. So when we perform the XRAC, the logical XOR will be performed between these two numbers. So let's perform logical XOR 0 0 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 and 0. If you convert this number into hexadecimal, you will get 70H. So after execution, you can see that in the accumulator the answer will be 70H, and in the register C the data will remain unchanged. So in the register C the 42H will be there. Because this instruction is logical instruction, three flags will be affected according to result, and these flags are the sign flag, parity flag and the zero flag. Now let's discuss the machine cycle. Now we know that this instruction is of only one byte. It means when we give this instruction to the memory, it will occupy only one memory location. So suppose the example is XRAC, and when it is given to the memory, it will occupy only one memory location. After instruction is stored, the processor will start doing its task, that is to fetch, decode and execute. To fetch the instruction, the processor will perform the first machine cycle, that is opcode fetch. Now when microprocessor will perform the opcode fetch, this whole instruction will be transferred to the memory. After this instruction is this whole instruction will be transferred to the microprocessor. After this whole instruction is transferred to the microprocessor, the processor will decode that instruction. After decoding, the processor will execute. Now if you pay attention, during the execution, what is happening, that the XOR is performed between two registers, and these two registers are part of the microprocessor, and the answer is stored in the accumulator, which is again part of the microprocessor. It means during the execution no interaction with memory is happening. So it means for this instruction only one machine cycle is needed, that is opcode fetch, and this is it for this instruction. Okay, now let's see the instruction, that is XRAM. In this instruction, the first portion it is opcode, that is XRA. The remaining part of the instruction is operand, and operand is M. As you can see, no data in the instruction. It means this instruction is of only one byte. Now let's see the meaning of the instruction. What is the meaning of XRAM? XRAM means logical XOR between the data which is present in the memory location and the accumulator. Logical XOR between the data which is present in the memory location and the accumulator, and answer will be stored in the accumulator. But the question is, which memory location? So always remember, whenever you see in the instruction, when M is present, when in the instruction M is present, it means the memory location, but which memory location? The memory location specified in HL pair. Let's see one example. Suppose the example is XRAM. Before the execution, you can see the accumulator contains 32H. It means it is in hexadecimal, and in the binary I have also shown. You can see before the execution, the content of HL pair is 4000H. Now, what will happen if we execute XRAM? XRAM means logical XOR between the content of memory location specified in HL pair. So in HL pair 4000H is specified. So in the 4000H, whatever data is present, it will be XORed between the accumulator and answer will be stored in the accumulator. So let's perform the XOR operation 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 0. If you convert into hexadecimal, you will get 70H. So after the execution in the accumulator, the answer will be 70H. Now, which flags are affected? Because this instruction is logical instruction, only 3 flags will be affected according to answer, that is sign flag, parity flag and the 0 flag. Now let's discuss the machine cycle. Because this instruction is of only 1 byte, when we give this instruction to the memory, it will occupy only one memory location. For example, we are giving the XRAM instruction, so in the memory it will occupy only one memory location. After this instruction is stored, the processor will start doing its task. So in the first step, the processor will fetch the instruction. To do so, it will use opcode fetch machine cycle. Now when microprocessor will perform opcode fetch, this whole instruction will be transferred to the microprocessor. After that, processor will decode. After that, it will execute. Now during the execution, what is happening, that logical XOR is being performed between two numbers, the accumulator and the content of memory location. Processor cannot perform any task in the memory location directly. The processor has to read that memory location first. So it means to execute, processor has to first transfer the data which is present in the memory location. So when processor will perform the memory read, the data will be transferred to the microprocessor. After that, processor will perform the XOR operation and data will be stored in the accumulator. So in this case, 2 machine cycles will be required, that is opcode fetch plus memory read. Okay students, now we are going to see the instruction XRI 8-bit data. So you can see that in this instruction, the first part is opcode, that is XRI, and the remaining part is operand, 8-bit data. In this instruction, you can see that 8-bit value is present. When in the instruction 8-bit value is present, it means that instruction is of 2 bytes. Machine cycle, we are going to see a bit later. Before that, let's see the meaning of the instruction XRI 8-bit data. Now what is the meaning of XRI 8-bit data? XRI 8-bit, it means XOR immediate of 8-bit data with accumulator. XOR immediate of 8-bit data with accumulator, and answer will be stored in the accumulator. Let's see example. Suppose the example is XRI 42H. So XRI 42H means logical XOR between 42H and the accumulator, and answer will be stored in the accumulator. Before the execution, you can see that the accumulator contains 32H. H means hexadecimal. When it is converted into binary, you will get a number like this. 42H is also represented in the binary. Now, when this instruction is executed, the XOR will be performed between these two numbers. So let's perform XOR 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 0. If you convert into hexadecimal, you will get 70H. And after performing the XOR, the result will be stored in the accumulators. In the accumulator, 70H will be present. As this instruction is logical instruction, it means only 3 flags will be affected according to result. The sign flag, zero flag and parity flag. Now let's see the machine cycle. So first of all, when we give this instruction to the memory, the instruction will be stored. Because this instruction is of 2 bytes, it will occupy 2 memory locations. Now this instruction XRF42H, when it is stored in the first location, the opcode will be stored, and second, data will be stored. Now after the instruction is stored, the processor will start doing its task, that is to fetch, decode and execute. To fetch, processor will perform the first machine cycle, that is opcode fetch. When microprocessor performs the opcode fetch, only XRI will be transferred from the memory to microprocessor. The 42H remains. So to transfer this whole instruction, that is XRI 42H, only opcode fetch machine cycle is not sufficient. So processor has to perform one more machine cycle, that is memory read. So when opcode fetch and memory read is performed, this whole instruction will be transferred to the microprocessor. The processor will decode the instruction and execute. Now during execution, what is happening? During execution, the logical XOR is being performed between the content of accumulator and 42H. If you remember, the 42H is transferred during the instruction read process. It means 42H is already present in the microprocessor. So processor will perform XOR between the content of accumulator and 42H, and result is stored in the accumulator. Again, accumulator is a part of microprocessor. So during the execution, no interaction with memory is happening. So only 2 machine cycle is needed, that is opcode fetch plus memory read. And this is it for this instruction.